Centipede. Centipede.
Sup YouTube, Official Gaming Network, and welcome to episode 1 of a completely brand new series. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a Jetpack Joyride game in Java. Oh, that was just my phone. Let me turn it off. Sorry about that. But yeah. Anyway, sorry if you can hear a bit of background noise. Anyway, I've been really excited to do this tutorial. So, what I was doing when I was, making my Mario series I was about to record, I was thinking if I should start another series, and expand my channel a bit more and not focus on just Mario, maybe focus on more other topics as well. I'm not saying I don't care about the Mario series. I love the Mario series, really, and I enjoy making them, but I just wanted to expand my channel a bit more because that's what channels do in order to gain popularity and get more views, get more recognized on YouTube. So yeah, I'm just really excited and pumped up to do this tutorial. So the goal of this series is to teach people, even complete beginners, from knowing nothing about how to program a Jetpack Joyride game to knowing everything how to program a Jetpack Joyride game. So you can watch this even if you are a complete beginner in Java and you don't even know a single line of code of Java. That's okay, because I'm going to be explaining every line of code that goes into making a game like Jetpack Joyride. So, anyway, if you're wondering what program I'm in and how to get it, the program I'm using is called Eclipse. And Eclipse, in my opinion, is the best IDE and or program for programming Java games. So if you don't have it, there'll be a link in the description below where you can download Eclipse and just follow some simple steps to set it up. And once you got your sort of space looking a bit like this, maybe some other things on the right here, but once you got your space looking a bit like this, then you can come back to this tutorial. So anyway, like I did with my Mario series, the first episode, we're not going to be writing any code. This is just going to be the introduction of this series and giving you guys sort of an intro of what's going to happen. And just setting up our project, our package, our class, etc. And now we're ready to actually create our project. So to do that, you can either go to this little icon in the very top left, or you can click File. I don't think you can actually see it, but yeah, if you click File, there's something that says New there. I don't think you can see it, but I can see it. So what you'll do is that you just click on the icon. Well, let me just show you. There'll be different folders. You want to click the one that says Java. And you want to click Java Project because that's what we're creating, a Java project. And then hit Next. And in here we're going to enter the name for our project and the version of Java we want to use. And I'm actually going to use 1.6 because the minimum version I reckon will be required to follow this tutorial, I think is 1.6. So yeah, I'm just going to use 1.6. Usually I use 1.8, the latest version. I recommend you, but just for the sake of this tutorial and showing that you can make a Jetpack Joyride game with 1.6, I'm gonna use 1.6. And we're gonna give our project a name. And of course, we're gonna be calling it Jetpack Joyride Tutorial. Okay? And as you can see here, use default location. It's pretty much showing where our project will be stored. So it will be stored in this directory. And to change this directory, just untick use default location, hit browse, and then you can pretty much browse your files and all that and choose a specific folder. And If you're not sure how your default location is set, then as I said before, you follow a few simple steps to setting up Eclipse. One of those steps is actually setting your default location for where your projects are stored. Yeah, anyway, just tick use default location, or, browse and set where you want your project to be stored, and then hit finish. Your project should come up in something called Package Explorer or Navigator. You want to use Package Explorer, and I'm just going to close Package Explorer to show you how to open it. So how to open it is that there would be some tabs here that you can't see because my recording area isn't in those tabs. So yeah, just one of those tabs will be Window. You want to click Window, go to Show View, and then there'll be different things you can open. As you can see, we have Console open down here, and you want to hit Package Explorer, and we're gonna make our folder browsing hierarchical. So to do that, we're going to go to just click this little arrow pointing down here. Then you want to go to Package Presentation, then Hierarchical. And if you don't know what hierarchical is, it's basically how you would browse your folders. Well, at least on Mac OS X. I'll actually show you right now. Anyway, so I'm going to open my Mario things. You can see there's my other projects there. You have a look around, but they won't do anything really. So yeah, anyway, I click this little arrow, and these folders comes up a bit to the right of our actual folder. We'll open our source. You can see then there's our packages or folders, then there's our classes. And yeah, hierarchical, it's pretty much that. If it's flat, then let's say we opened up Eclipse Workspace, but then all the folders would be on the same level as Eclipse Workspace. So instead of, let's say, the arrows being here, the arrows will be here, here, here as well. So it will pretty much be in level with this folder, and I don't really like that. I prefer the hierarchical. So yeah, just change the package presentation to hierarchical. Anyway, now we're going to go into our project folder. We're going to open it. As you can see, there's a source, and in our source is where we're going to be storing all our packages and classes. I'm going to explain what a package is. We're actually going to be creating a package and a class this episode. So I'll explain what a package is created, then I'll explain what a class is and create it. So, packages, they're kind of like folders that we use to store our classes. So, let's say we're going to be having lots of classes. As soon as we get more into this tutorial, we'll have like, I don't know, I think the Mario tutorial so far has like 22 classes. So yeah, that's a lot. And we want a way to sort those classes so it'll be easier for us to find or browse our classes. And packages are the solution. As I said before, they're pretty much like folders, and they're used in a way to, store classes. So let's say I have an objects package. All our objects would be stored in there. Let's say I have a graphics package, all our graphics related things will be in that package, so it just makes browsing a bit easier for us. So how to make a package is that we can either right click on our source folder or right click on our Jetpack Joyride tutorial project folder. It's actually just a project folder. So anyway, right click, then go to new, and you want to click package because we want to create a new package, and in here is going to be the name for our package. So I'm gonna call mine com.tutorial. Actually, I'll call mine .ogn for Official Gaming Network .jetpack. And if you don't know what the dot is, when you're browsing folders, there's like slashes you can see here. If there's a slash, then it's pretty much saying source is in Jetpack Joyride tutorial. So dots are pretty much slashes, in case you didn't know. I hope you get that. If not, then you just let me know in the comments below, and I'll give you a more detailed explanation. So yeah, we're going to hit finish. And there you go. This will be used as sort of our main package where we're going to store all our sort of our game class, our handler, and stuff like that. Sort of the main things or classes we need for our game. And now I'm going to create a class. So a class is pretty much a template in which we can use to write code to create objects. So let's say we create a player class. In that player class, we will write the code that will make up our player and make our player work, stuff like that. Let me just adjust my microphone a bit. Okay, this should be a bit better. And the list goes on. If we were creating a wall class, then we would in that class we would put in the code that will make up our wall, and in our handler class we will type in the code that will make up our handler, etc. And we're actually going to be creating a class right now. So of course we want our first class to be in our main package, so we'll right click on the package and then go new class. And in our class we want to call it game. And now I'm going to hit finish. And game, it's pretty much going to be our main class where we create our window for our game. We set up our frames per second timer and just initialize objects like handlers and keyboard input and type in the code that will make our game actually render things like that. This is pretty much going to be our main class. Other people like to call it main, but I like to call it game. So anyway, so you can call it game, main, whatever. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. But whenever, let's say you don't have to type this in. We were creating a game object, but this would get an error because game isn't an existing thing. But because you named your class, let's say main instead. So instead of game, you have to use main. And that will work because main exists and it's a thing. So yeah, I'm just going to call mine game and hit finish. Okay, thing is, there shouldn't be an error. I've never really had this happen before, so I'll just mess around with the project, and by the next episode, this should all be gone. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap up this episode here. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If someone you know is interested in learning how to program in Java, please send them this tutorial. I would highly appreciate it. If you have a Twitter account, please feel free to follow me on Twitter. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.